How's it going, everybody? Tobin here, 5M Family Homestead channel. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. On today's video, we're going to wrap up our livestock trailer flatbed conversion that we've been working on for a while now. And if you haven't watched those videos, we have previous videos of us building this pen that's removable on my small flatbed trailer. Mainly to haul our pigs in, but it could be used to haul goats, small cows, anything like that. We have worked on this over the last several weeks, me and my two boys. It's been a great little project for us. It's going to be a great addition to our homestead. It's going to help us continue our journey to becoming more self-sufficient, more self-sustaining, and we raise feeder pigs, at least one every year, if not a couple every year, and having to borrow a trailer was kind of a pain, so having our own way to transport the pigs when we buy them, when we take them to the processor, it's just makes the whole process much more convenient for us. So let's take a look at it real quick. So we built it to be removable. There's bolts on all four corners that can be taken out, and this thing can be removed. It does have the existing gate that was still on there is still able to be used, which with the height of the trailer, that's going to be a good thing, especially with pigs. You know, they don't have very long legs, so it'll help with them getting up in there. So we bought this latch and these three hinges, but however this part right here, we made that from scratch, and these little stops here, the top and the bottom, we made those from scratch as well. Alright y'all, so the purpose of this video is just to kind of recap everything with the build and talk some numbers for anybody that might be interested. If you raise livestock like we do on a small scale, this in my opinion is the best option to transport your livestock and not have to spend $2 or $3 grand on a horse trailer or a livestock trailer at the low end. You know, $1,500 maybe you could find one for, but it's going to be 50 years old and need a ton of work done to it. But a lot of people that are small homesteaders like us have flatbed trailers. We have a small one and a big one, and the small one just sat there and we never really, it's been years since we used it. And to add this to it, but then still be able to use it for its intended purpose as well, when we remove the pen, just seemed like the logical way to go. So first let's talk some numbers. I've got easily less than $400 in the whole build. I spent $350 on the metal and the hog panels. I bought 6 20-foot sticks of angle iron that were 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch angle iron, and they were 1/8 of an inch thick. I think that is plenty enough thickness and is strong enough to do the job. Bought 6 of those. Got a few little pieces sitting right there left over, but not much. I could have made 1 or 2 cuts wrong, and 6 to be sure for this particular trailer. And then I think we bought 5 hog panels, and we have about 1.5 left. So but those will get used for other purposes around the homestead. So we spent $350 on that portion of the metal. And that includes the hinges and the latch as well. And then a couple other pieces that I bought, some little pieces of flat iron and some other stuff I thought I might need that I didn't end up needing. And then probably another, I would say $50 in miscellaneous stuff. And I think that's probably on the high end. It took a spool of wire and our wire welder, which is about 20 bucks. A couple cans of spray paint, which is another 10, 15 bucks. The bolts that we used to bolt it down to the trailer. Conservatively, I think we spent about, you know, no more than $400 on the whole build. I would say that the whole build we probably have, if you haven't watched the other videos, go back and watch them, but my son Reed did 90% of the welding, a lot of the cutting. This was a project, and Easton did some as well, not quite that much, but this was definitely a project where I tend to be more of a perfectionist, and I definitely kind of threw that out the window and let the boys kind of have their input and do it ways that they wanted to, as long as it was safe and would work. But I would say we probably have 10 hours total in the whole build. You know, you could probably knock it out. You know, we've done a little bit here, a little bit there, but you could probably knock it out in a weekend pretty easily if you worked, you know, solid. And I would say I welded since I was Reed's age. This is probably one of my bigger welding projects I've ever tackled, but it all in all is pretty easy to medium build. If you wanted to, a lot of the corners that we've put together, when the pieces overlap, we would just overlap them and weld them. If you wanted to cut them out at a 45-degree angle to make a 90-degree angle and make them look real pretty, you could get more, you know, a little more serious and do that. We weren't near as focused on looks as we're just functionality, so we didn't do all that. If you wanted to do that, you know, you could probably add a little more time to it and a little more difficulty to it at the same time. So one of the things that I mentioned early on that I wasn't sure we were going to need was bracing on the sides. And as you can see when we were out there, we didn't end up doing any bracing on the left side or the right side. Just has the back piece and the front piece. Yeah, once we got the panels welded in there, it reinforced it quite a bit. We did put a few brace pieces across the very top, mainly to hold the piece of cattle panel or hog panel up so it wouldn't bow down. But yeah, so that was one thing that I thought we might need, but we didn't end up needing. It was an accident, but it was a good accident, was the gate being able to still fit on there. I really didn't think about that when I was building it, and it's fortunate that it worked out the way it did, because like I said when we were outside looking at it, that's going to help, especially with pigs, being able to get up in that trailer and not have to, even in a horse trailer, which is even lower to the ground, sometimes pigs will have trouble getting in there. There's short legs and they get up there and they just can't really hop up in there. So that was a good thing, and I would highly recommend, if you build your own, to make sure to consider that if you do have a gate like that you can still use it and operate it. It will be a benefit. So like I said, we kind of, the whole idea behind this whole process was to still be able to use the trailer as a flatbed trailer as it was intended. I did not want to weld anything directly to the trailer. I wanted the pin to be removable for a couple reasons. You know, at some point in the future, this trailer will be handed down to one of the boys or our daughter even. I wanted them to be able to use it, you know, have multi-purposes for it. And then in the event that I were to sell it, I don't think I'll ever sell it, but if I were to, it would still be able to be used for its intended purpose, and then have the additional use of hauling animals in it. So the measurements that we measured and how tight it was on the trailer, I kind of was concerned of how hard it would be to remove it and to put it back on. I'm gonna show y'all a video now. Turns out it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, you ready? Yeah. All right. Go to your right, and right there. So with a little bit of engineering, with a 2x4 through it, and being able to pick it up like that, three people was very easy to handle it, to take it off and to take it back on. You probably maybe could do it with two people, maybe, but three for sure. I would say you could remove it and or put it back on in 5 minutes or less. So overall, I am very happy with how the trailer turned out. I think it's going to get used for its purpose a lot. We've had situations with the guy that we buy our pigs from. Sometimes we buy them small, like a 20-pound piglet, and occasionally he'll have some bigger pigs that the guy we buy from is he raises show pigs. Occasionally he'll have a bigger pig, like a 250, 150-pound pig that he's wanting to get rid of, and we've never been able to really capitalize on that in the past, because we had to go borrow the trailer from my cousin, go pick it up, then go out there and get the pig, and then come back and drop the pig off, and then go drop the trailer off, and it's just we live pretty busy lives, and that's not always an option. So we're hopeful that we'll be able to capitalize on situations like that as well, where we can even get a bigger pig, or any other livestock that may come up that we want to buy or move or try to flip or whatever. Everybody, I hope this video and this series of videos is helpful to y'all. Like I said, if you haven't watched the other videos, go back and check out our playlist. They're all going to be on there. It's a start to finish the whole process of us building it. And if you have any questions, please comment below, or shoot us a message on Facebook. We'd be happy to help. I just want to encourage people that this is a really good option to being able to have your own livestock and move them around when you need to. Again, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope this video helped y'all. Stay on the lookout for some more welding projects. My boys are old enough and at an age now where I finally feel like it's safe to weld with them, and they picked it up very well. And we got some other cool projects planned in the near future, and they are very excited about it. Both of them took to it very well, and it's exciting to see them do it, and also learn a skill that could potentially become a career for them down the road. Reed's already been looking at welding schools and just head over heels fell in love with it, and is really taken to it. So and Easton, he's gonna probably, if he stays on the track he's on, he's probably gonna be some kind of engineer or something like that when he gets older, and being able to weld would benefit him as well. So all right, y'all, thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It just helps our videos get seen more. If you hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment as well, that helps as well. It just helps our videos get to more people and get seen more. So thank y'all so much for watching. We'll see y'all again.